Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Hello trainers! Neto here, and today we're gonna dive into Master League Classic with some really nice recommended teams for you to use. With that said, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel because more than 80% of you have not subscribed yet, and it's free. Why not subscribe? It really helps me out and it's totally free, just a single button over there. Jamie Finn will help us with the battle, so huge shout out to him. He uses only shadow Pokemon on his videos to destroy his opponents and achieve legend rank, so be sure to check him out. He's a really good trainer and a really worth channel for you to check out. So with that said, let's dive into the first team, and it's gonna be a single ABB team. You can always play it all the way around because we're having the dragon up in front, double steel at the back, but you can have the Melmetal up in the double dragon at the back due to the fact that the Alga is both steel and dragon type. I hope that makes sense to you. And the Alga is the whole new Pokemon, is the only Pokemon, let's say it like this, that can counter down even the Charmers. Yeah, not counter down completely, it still loses if your opponent shields, but you have a lot of chance to go for even a double Iron Head and grab 2 shields from those Charmers, and that can always work towards your advantage because you have some really nice Pokemon that can finish them off, like Melmetal. Also, I prefer Fire Blast on my Garchomp, but of course you have to use Earth Power or Sun Tomb. Don't go Fire Blast, okay? I'm just a little bit more spicier than other trainers, but if you want spice, yeah, you can use Fire Blast and Outrage because Fire Blast can hit hard even the Charmers, and that's what I like about this Pokemon. Melmetal is the best safe switch for Master League currently because Zarude has also joined the meta, and I'm not gonna feature any Zarude teams because I do not have one, but Superpower really helps against that Pokemon and you resist that grass typing, so you're gonna have a nice time by Zarude hitting you only with dark type moves. So this team will be good and well for you to use as long as you can avoid that charm against the Garchomp matchup, because Garchomp stands no chance against Charmers, and that's why I prefer Fire Blast over Earth Power sometimes, because of the fact that you can do massive damage with Fire Blast, but still you might struggle a little bit. So with that said, let's dive into the next one, and this is gonna be an offensive attack style team. An offensive style team, yeah, that was too much attack over there. So Giratina will be your powerful lead that you're gonna need for this team to succeed, because even against a Charmer you have some really nice factors that can work towards your advantage. If your opponent doesn't pass through a charm or something like a sneak in fast attack, you know what I mean, GBL is doing that all the time, you still have a nice chance to finish them off, and also you have a chance with Ominous Wind to destroy whatever might come towards your way. Consider using Dragon Tail for matchups like this one, but we had it against our Kyogre, against the Snorlax, because you might have some really good answers with a Dragon Tail or even Dragon Pulse over Ominous Wind. But I like Ominous Wind because if you are lucky, about 10% lucky, you can go pretty hard on whatever you want and you can tank moves with no limitation. Also Kyogre here that just fainted, you can see that it uses Thunder. You can always use Blizzard due to the fact that a lot of dragons have risen lately, and you can one hit shot whatever you want, and of course Waterfall with Surf will do massive damage coming from a bulky Pokemon that can also take hits. At the back we have Groudon, which is gonna be the closer of this team due to the fact that it has access to Dragon Tail, dealing a lot of damage to dragons, and also Earthquake, Fire Punch that can bait with Fire Punch and finish off with Earthquake whatever it might want. Against the Flyers you also have a solid moveset with Fire Punch and Dragon Tail, dealing massive neutral damage, and you're gonna be in a very good position because that Pokemon has the same stats as Kyogre, so it is kinda bulky as well, and you can take hits without shielding, and the very best provide back some really nice coverage hits. This team will fail against Zarude, that's almost guaranteed because yeah, it counters down every single Pokemon of this team and you have nothing to throw at it, but you can still do some really heavy damage with your Groudon if you use shields. And with Zarude out of the way, who knows, perhaps your opponent might have something weak to the other two Pokemon, and yeah, you can grant your win much easier. So next one, this is gonna be a lock team style. What I mean by that, this team is specifically built around certain matchups. You have coverage for everything, but you need to play around those matchups. So if you have a very bad lead, do not bring your Metagross yet, just bring the Togekiss and wait for their move. They might not have a Steel type, and even if they have, you have Palkia and Metagross that can handle those two Pokemon pretty well, and you can still take a shield with your Flamethrower from that Togekiss, so everything can work towards your advantage. Palkia with Aqua Tail is gonna be a spammy leader that will have almost no enemy in the current meta, and you can beat even certain threats like Groudon and Kyogre, which are gonna be in the whole meta as well. This team also goes pretty well against Zarude, so I really recommend that to you because Charm is just gonna melt it, you wall it down, and the other two Pokemon have some really nice chances to finish it off with ease. Togekiss also will melt dragons and any neutral threat, so that's a point for you to use that Pokemon as well. Because look at the damage, massive damage to the Giratina. You can totally farm it down, but you still have to throw at some point because you're gonna see here that the Shadow Ball and the Luminous Wind will be enough for the Togekiss to fall down. And if you do not if you are not in a situation like this, perhaps you need to shield, because I wanted them to finish me off and then farm down with Palkia and finish off the match. This team will have huge success if you have the switch advantage, because Metagross and Togekiss cover the whole meta, so if you win the lead, you're gonna be in a very fortunate position. Winning your match is about 90%. Yeah, why not? There is no Pokemon that can counter down those two, except Excadrill, that I'm thinking of it, but who use Excadrill, right? Yeah, a lot of people do, but anyways, Excadrill, yes, that's something that you need to focus on. Despite that, yeah, the whole team can do pretty well. So next one, and we're gonna introduce the team style pressure. Look at that Shadow Mewtwo. I love Shadow Fiend for that sole purpose, for that sole reason. Look at that Shadow Mewtwo. He's using Shadow Pokemon all the way, and I really recommend that channel to you trainers. So Mewtwo is a glassy and hard hitter leader. What that means, you cannot take hits that easy. You can take hits like a Fire Punch, but not something like an Iron Head from Dialga. You are still gonna faint to those Dragon Breaths, so be cautious for that. And you can hit hard with Focus Blast and Side Strike. You can do whatever you want other than Side Strike, so be sure to experiment on your Mewtwo. So here we have the Dialga. We talked about it before, so it is still the lord of the meta. You're gonna see a lot of Dialga, the anti-Dialga teams, a lot of Dialga teams out there, so you are gonna see this Pokemon most often than any other, because it is the sole lord of the meta, not only the time lord but also the meta lord. And this team may not be bulky enough, but will apply enough pressure with charm damage from the Togekiss that we talked before as well, due to the pressure of the charm damage that it does, and of course the Mewtwo being spammy and the Dialga being a thick dragon with a ton of resistances and still can do whatever it wants, even against a Melmetal, because if a Melmetal goes for a superpower, you can still hit it hard with a Thunder or a Draco Meteor to finish it off, so a shield is almost guaranteed there, and yeah, that can always work towards your advantage, and this team will succeed even more. You can see here that Mewtwo with energy can absolutely get out of hand. I'm pretty comfortable we can take a Body Slam, things like this. Look at that, still does enough damage, but we have now a lot of energy to unleash to that Mewtwo, and we still have some HP on our Dialga, and Mewtwo cannot go pretty well against a Dialga if it does not have energy, because Psycho Cuts are not gonna do enough damage, but a double Side Strike may be it for a Dialga to fall off, so keep that in mind in case you are wondering, oh no, I have only Side Strike, I cannot throw nothing on that Dialga. You can still do much, right? So next one, trainers, and we're having a synergy team style. This is gonna be the final one for this video because I'm not having any more teams to showcase to you. The meta is pretty much restricted. So we're having Melmetal up in the lead and is looking for the Alga and Tokigis. The backline is pretty weak to those two and it has answers but not that much. It still loses with proper shielding. So Melmetal is gonna focus on those. So use Landorus as an aggressive same swap. You are gonna use Landorus to grab those Tokigises, those Dialgas out there, and you're gonna do heavy damage or get some really nice shields from those Pokemon, and then keep your field open for your Zekrom to finish off. Speaking of Zekrom, look at that Pokemon. It can farm down the Snorlax and still go pretty hard on the Dragonite, and you can see that he's using Shadow Snorlax, Shadow Dragonite and Shadow Machamp. That is a really cool team, non-legendary one. Write down in the description in the comments if you want a team like this to be showcased, no legendary at all. And we're gonna use Landorus here to bait some shields, and you can see that this Pokemon does a lot of damage with its moves. It is also a little bit more bulkier than Mewtwo, but still can go with heavy damage to whatever it wants. Zekrom, on the other hand, it's kinda bulkier than Landorus, but not that bulky. Yeah, that's the stuff that's happening on the meta right now. And you're gonna have Wild Charge grunts that can hit whatever it wants. You saw the damage before on that Dragonite, and Wild Charge will lower your defense, but will hit back some really nice stab damage. Perhaps if I went for that Wild Charge, that Pokemon could be dead anyways. So this team will fail if the synergy fails, so you have to go for the aggressive swap to succeed in some certain matchups. So thank you for watching, trainers. That was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and write down if that really helped you out with your battles. Yeah, why not? Because on Monday Master League returns and it's gonna be an exciting new meta. It is not gonna be new, but yeah. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel because I really need it for this channel to success. And I hope to see you all to the next one. Yeah, stay safe, trainers.